those of you who have already contacted us and shared your incredibly vivid memories. You're brilliant. Thank you very much indeed.
Now, anglers used to flock to try to catch him, and if they were lucky, once or twice a year. Some of them even managed it. But no one else will now be able to lay claim to hooking two-tone, believed to be Britain's biggest freshwater fish.
Yes, that's sadly because the gentle giant who weighed around 65 pounds has left his Kent pond for a higher place. David Wright has more.
In life, he was the biggest and most famous carp in the country. In death, he's become the monster of the deep freeze. Catching two-tone was the pinnacle of any angler's career, and his loss has left many grief-stricken. There have even been tearful requests to spend a few moments with him alone before he's buried at the weekend. Lee Jackson is a professional carp angler and wrote a book about the years he spent trying to outwit his nemesis. But what is the fascination?
A friend of mine caught the fish at 50 pounds and 4 ounces, which at the time was one of the biggest carp in the country. And from that point on, it really became an obsession of me, especially as I was living in Kent as well, to catch that fish. And it took me fishing it, in the spring, summer and autumn, most weeks fishing it for about 50 hours per week, and it took me 6 years. So it's a pretty difficult one to track down.
This is where two-tone was found at the weekend. He's been giving anglers the runaround on these waters for the past 20 years. He was a big fish with a big reputation. Experienced anglers have waited years just for the chance of fishing Conningbrook Lake near Ashford for the opportunity of catching this incredible fish.
To be fair, once most of the top carp anglers caught the fish, they never fished the lake again. That was their goal. Some never achieved the goal. Some spent years fishing the lake and never ever caught it. I've had people in tears, anglers in tears, people wanted to have private viewings. It really is amazing. I'm amazed at what's happened over the last 3 or 4 days. Yeah.
So now two-tone is swimming to a different beat. What's out there to replace him?
Don't really know. I mean, there's not, as far as I know, any carp approaching that sort of weight. I mean, the British record weight stands at £67.14, obviously two-tone, and I think about the nearest to that is probably around about £62, £63.
Such was the obsession to land this fish. Two-tone was probably responsible for as many divorces as he was friendships. But he will be missed by the angling world, as they've lost the one that got away forever. David Wright in Ashford for Meridian Tonight.
Oh, poor old two-tone.
Sad, isn't it?
It is the end of an era.
Yes, I mean, looking on the bright side, he won't be carping anymore, I suppose.
Someone had to say it. Well, I think traditionally that anglers don't mind a little bit of rain, which is probably just as well at the moment. It's not been
let's not talk about the weather. Let's cheer ourselves up by remembering some other